Hello, and welcome to the third part of our online Safe Congregations training. I will be talking about the behavior policy, recognizing and responding to reports of abuse and neglect, as well as our policies that we have for governing working with vulnerable populations, working with children, youth, and adults. So here at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Nashua, we welcome all people, but we do not welcome all behavior. And this is our behavior policy about that. So what kinds of behavior does this policy cover? Offensive behavior, disruptive behavior, dangerous behavior, and harassment. Examples of offensive behavior are behaviors that are inconsistent with our Unitarian Universalist values and principles. So this is a time for you to think about what might be some of those examples. You can think of our Unitarian Universalist values and our principles as our 7 principles. So if someone is saying hurtful things about other people or discriminating against other people in our congregation, that could be considered offensive behavior. Remediation for this is working within our covenant of right relationship. Disruptive behavior, behavior that interferes with church activities. What might be an example of disruptive behavior? Something that interrupts a meeting or a church service to be able to happen. This may be in an aggressive way with yelling. It may be in a way where someone is unwell and it's not the place for them to be. These reports would go to the minister or staff or church leadership. An incident report may be filled out, and the minister may approach a person to bring them to the Safe Congregation response team. Dangerous behavior, behavior that embodies a threat or perceived threat to the person or property of the church. What are some examples of dangerous behavior? Sherry talked with us earlier about what we would do if an active shooter were to come in the church, and that is definitely an example of dangerous behavior. They would need an immediate response depending on the situation. Ideally, the response would be from the ministers or staff or anyone that is around that can work through the situation. Reports to the minister, staff, or church leadership would be needed. Definitely would need to fill out an incident report, and the Safe Congregation team will meet to review the incident and any further action that will be needed. Harassment is unwelcome conduct based on race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, national origin, age, 40 or older, or any age for that matter, disability, sexual orientation, or genetic information. So if you could think of examples of harassment happening in the church, these reports would go to the minister or president, and we will abide by all state and federal laws regarding harassment.